Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, on the Solana chart, we're currently tracking here still an ongoing correction, but we'll talk about this in more detail in a minute because we could go higher in the very short term, and then in this resistance area we will likely get a decision. Just want to start on the larger time frame, which still allows for overall higher prices. There are two scenarios I'm tracking here on the larger time frame. The first one is the yellow scenario, which I still prefer, slightly at least, is a rally to new all-time highs to reach ideal targets in the region between $360 and $380. This is one probable scenario still, but it will really depend on the structure of the next rally. I would argue it's impossible to say if it is going to be this one or the white scenario. In the white scenario, we're dealing with a larger correction, which could already take us down a little bit earlier, than anticipated, into the area maybe around $40 to $50. And this would mean that this move down was already the initial wave of the larger correction, a so-called A wave. Then we could also get a rally from here. So either way, I'm expecting a rally from this region. Surely in the short term, we might see another dip, maybe to round about $110, $103, but that's just short-term noise. It shouldn't really go much lower, to be honest. That's also because of the oversold condition of the market. But then we should see a bounce, and that bounce, that rally should tell us, are we dealing with the white scenario or the yellow scenario? In the yellow scenario, the move to the upside should, ideally break above the $297 level, which is the swing high from January, and really take us into the area around $360 to $380. Whereas in the white scenario, the rally will be corrective in nature, and we should ideally not, and I will draw the resistance zone onto the chart right now. It's just a standard resistance zone. It is not so relevant because in the white scenario, the rally would be a so-called B-wave correction. And in this B-wave, sometimes these B-waves also overshoot. So it might take a while until we can actually distinguish between the yellow and the white scenarios. But the white scenario should not move above $266 ideally. Yeah. Bear in mind, we also have this yellow trend line here, which provided support a few times and could provide some resistance on the way up. Yeah. So either way, requirements for a full 5-wave pattern to the upside from the 2022 low to the upside have been fulfilled, which means minimum requirements are fulfilled. What does that mean? It means that in any large correction, that should either start now or after the one more higher high in the yellow scenario, I would expect the price to form a higher low above the 2022 low. 1 second. Here, yeah. So we should not break that $8 level. Now that seems crazy anyway, but a lot of cryptocurrencies in their next larger correction in their bear market will likely make new lows. So if we find a chart like the Solana chart that has some underlying strength, that's good. Now looking at the shorter time frame briefly, here the market has pretty much completed the decline, I think. Again, it could get maybe one more low. I would not rely on that one more low. I would rather focus overall on higher prices, especially on the larger time frame, because we are very much oversold even on the larger time frame. That typically indicates at least a larger rally is around the corner. I just want to highlight there is a resistance area that needs to be broken first to really give us clarity that we are already moving up in either the B wave in white or the wave 5 in yellow. So that resistance area is between $168.50 and $202. That needs to be broken to the upside. In the very short term, because we could get one more low if we test this area. In the very short term, the price should, let me move that into position. The price should now ideally hold $130, because we have a first rally, and this could be a small pullback now that might test the $130 level, and from there then we might see a rally in in the next move up. So we have an A wave up, we have a B wave down, and a C wave up. That is at least what I'm tracking as potential. Minimally, maybe even something more bullish, as I said. But here on the micro level, the focus is now on, hey, can we actually hold this micro support area, which is located between $130 and $140. If we break below 130, we might see one more low more directly, and then the price will have another chance to turn around. But because the initial rally here from this week's low is a small 5-wave move, I'm considering that we might have bottomed already, and that we're at least going to reach the resistance area next. And in the very short term, this is a micro support area to watch for the weekend. And in an ideal world, it's forming a nice and clear 3-wave pattern as shown here in an ABC structure. That's not technically needed. But this initial move down looks like 5 waves, A wave, yeah. So we could get a B wave bounce and a C wave down. So that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional updates, check out our MCO Global channel. This is the channel where I cover things in more detail, different asset classes, deep dive analysis, on-chain data as well. Talked about altcoin season on this channel and stuff like that. So check it out if you're interested. The link is in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.